Hi there everyone, welcome back to another video of Late Late Customs. Today I'm going to give you guys a bit of a recap of what's going on and actually the plans for that car right there. So, I'm going to start off straight away with introducing the car I've recently bought. And well, none of you guys actually know this car. You guys don't know what engine is in here, you guys know nothing about the car. But one thing I can tell you about the car is that the car has semi-clear taillights in, which I already sold. I sent it up to Eastern Cape, so you guys can see that here. I already sold the semi-clear taillights and I already sold the lenses on this car. So these are S2 lightweight lenses. I sold the lenses to Jody. And the reason why I'm selling all these parts is to fund that car right there. But not just to fund that car, but to fund this car right here as well. So, before I explain anything to you guys, let me show you guys what engine is under this hood right here. As you guys can see right here, this car is a Vtec, a B-Series Vtec. This is a B18B Vtec right here. So, well, I bought the car specifically for the engine in this car. This is a D-Series chassis, which is a D16 chassis with a B18 Vtec engine with a S4C Vtec gearbox and Vtec ECU with a UniQ. So this thing is completely kitted, short shifter, it has an XCD clutch on, noise voice branch, 63mm 2-box exhaust. So now everything kind of comes together on why I actually sold that car's exhaust and why I'm removing that engine out of that car. I hope you guys can see where I'm going with all this. So I literally bought this car just for the setup in this car. One thing I never told you guys is that I actually bought a B18 engine, which actually ran bearing right here. You guys can't really see it, it's underneath the cover, but this engine has been standing for the past 2 years. I bought that engine like by a guy a month ago, I think. He lives like a few houses from me, and he had the engine standing there as a bearing, and I wanted to like disassemble the engine, put my head over on there and sell my B16 block and just build a proper B18 Vtec for that car right here. But why should I build a B18 Vtec if we have a B18 Vtec right here with the proper branch, proper exhaust, proper head, everything, proper gearbox, everything is here. So my current plan is to convert this car back to the D-Series form, maybe use it as a daily for the time being until while someone comes and gives me a very good offer to actually just sell the car. And I will be putting everything that's in here over in that car. So now you guys must probably wondering, but Shane, now you're gonna have two B-Series Vtecs, a B16 and a B18, but what are you gonna do with the B16 setup? That's the thing, I'm not entirely sure what I'm gonna do with it because I really wanted to keep the head and the block, but because B16s are so scarce and the car only has 186,000 kilometers on the clock, I think I might keep the B16 setup. I don't know. I think I'm just gonna keep the entire setup, meaning the head, the block, and the gearbox. I'm just gonna keep one side, so one day maybe another car comes our way and we can literally just put over that engine and just have some fun with it. That's literally the idea I have in my head. I feel the B16 will be perfect for EG port. I don't know. What do you guys think? I know the scenery has changed a lot from Mark 1 to Honda, but we are going places. And the only thing this car really needs, I think, is a proper cam, and I think this engine might need some valve stem seals. So I need to drop off the engine at Holloway's workshop, but before that I need to get this car registered on my name. I need to get this car prepped out for roadworthy, this car and this car, so we can get both cars on my name. Oh well, if you guys haven't watched the previous video, there's actually Shannon's Civic right here. There's a lot of stuff we need to sort out on this car as well, but today's main focus is literally just car right here. So, like I said, I already sold the wheels, I sold the taillights. The taillights I already posted it to Eastern Cape. These wheels are going to be fitted on Jody's blue car, which is standing right here. I bought some steelies today with hubcaps. The hubcaps are laying right there, you guys can see. So I will be putting the steelies on this car today, just to get this car on some other wheels, because I do not own these wheels anymore. And I need to help with this, guys. So this is actually a complete Vtec loom in here. I bought Fred's loom from his car. And Fred's car is gone. If you guys watched the previous video, you guys will know that. But I need a D-series setup. Preferably a D16 setup, but I'm talking about the complete setup because I actually sold my setup. I don't know why I sold it. Because I sold that setup and now I actually need a setup. But I need a D-series, complete D-series setup. I'm meaning like engine, head, intake, gearbox, throttle body, alternator, distributor, shafts. I need the complete engine just to put in this car, and then I can literally tell you this car, or if any of you guys might be interested in this car after I'm done with the car, guys can definitely send me a message. But note, this car will be sold as a D-series because I'm converting this car back to its OEM form. I do have Fred's exhauster here, Fred's manifold. I will be swapping him a branch for his manifold. So we're going to do a few stuff on this car, few stuff on Fred's car, few stuff on that car, few stuff on this car. We are really going places with this car. Super excited for the build, but I think it's really going to be worth it. In the interior of this car, looks quite neat as well. Just give us some lighting for you guys there. This interior is very neat. Fred actually wanted this interior from this car, but this car is actually extremely neat. It just needs, well, a few stuff here and there. The short shifter is extremely short. I'm not entirely sure if I'm gonna put that in my Vtec, but it's too short for my liking. And the car is extremely dirty at the current time. The car has exhaust on, as you know. So this exhaust and branch I'm gonna be fitting with the complete engine over on that car. I will be using that car's Vtec box and intake, manifold and alternator and distributor and stuff like that. I will be using all that car stuff on that car, but just the engine and the block, branch and exhaust will be going over onto that car. This is a very neat setup, I guess, that I want to do, but obviously I would like to do it with some braided lines and proper fittings and just get a proper oil catch, which is like the size of this battery. So we have some amazing plans coming up. And I'm currently waiting on my parts for the new spec conversion, so you guys will see that coming soon on this car. We're gonna do some nice relining. If you guys would like to see me do a new spec conversion on that car, which I'm actually gonna do, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and do leave a like on this video to support the channel. I appreciate you guys, but let's get straight into this video. I'm just waiting for my phone to charge real quick, and then we can actually get you guys on a time lapse while I actually remove these wheels. And what makes it even more fun is the fact that I have the impact wrench standing right there. I bought me so many tools. This is gonna be an amazing year. We're really gonna make history, guys. We're gonna make history on this channel. Not for the history books in the world, in South Africa, in Cape Town, just for the channel, because this is something we have never done, and this is gonna be our first time actually doing this with the wiring and everything else you guys are seeing here. Let's get started. While making the cinematics, I actually forgot to tell you guys that this car has drilled out ventilated discs in front. So those are all the stuff I'm actually going to be putting over onto my Vtec, because it's obviously performance parts and it's going to make the Vtec look even better. You guys must probably already know that I have to spray the front end of the Vtec as well as the rear bumper if I'm going to do the new spec conversion. So, do you guys think I should go with the white, or do you guys think I should go with the color change? If I should go with the color change, what color do you guys think I should spray the car? Do comment down below. I would like to see the feedback from all of you guys. Keep in mind, you guys have a big impact on the channel, so if you guys can change my mind, we can maybe do a different color. So comment down below what you guys think the color should be in this year. I see that wrong. what the color should be this year. Well, same thing, different flavor. Let's get to the time lapse. Now that is looking more like a standard car right there. I love that look. I feel this is the ideal look for a 150i. Make example, we had a 150i engine, 160i diesel engine in right here. Stock manifold, stock exhaust, perfect for daily. Make sure aircon works, cherry on the cake. I'm in love with this look right here. So now you guys know all the goods on this car. You guys know we sold the semi-clear taillights and sold these wheels to Jody. So now we're actually done with this car. Close the bonnet, lock this car up. And then I would like to actually just raise up the front suspension on this car and the rear suspension, because Shannon's car actually has some coilovers in. So let me give you guys the rundown on this car as well. So this right here is Shannon's D50. Really has a bronze exhaust on, has quite decent amount of mileage on, which is 197,000 kilometers. Alarm, it has these wheels on, which obviously, well, it's currently for sale. Could do with some new headlights, has some LEDs in here and there. Aircon blows ice cold, has this 1000 kilowatt cold induction right here. Haha. Oh shit, the car just locked. But this car is, wait, give the car a moment. There we go. So this car could do with a nice engine bay clean. This car has max track coilovers in, which I'm not entirely sure how I feel about it, but like I said, I'm going to jack the car up real quick and just check everything on the suspension, because this car has a few knocks on the front suspension as well as on the rear suspension. This Fendi isn't looking too good. The previous owner explained something about there was a problem with the wheel bearing, and it, like, you can see like the lining of the fender isn't properly here, so it like pushed the fender out like slightly. So luckily I still have my fender of my car, so I will be fitting my fender on this car, maybe just doing a color match or something, that if the color does work out quite nice on the car, just leave it as is. So that's one thing also we still need to do. The interior of this car is super neat. Check right there. It is extremely neat. Obviously there's the normal flaws with this is kind of broken, so I'm gonna try like my own DIY to actually fix that, because that's like a very big problem on Civics. It has a well, nice 6x9s, I think it's like Pioneer 6x9s. It has a nice Pioneer Bluetooth radio in as well. It has a Sparko shift in right there. The kilometers on the car is quite low, as you guys can see right there. 197,000 on the car. Car is super light on juice, and the car actually sounds quite bad for my taste, so we'll definitely need to change a box or two on the car to get it like the way we want it to sound. But the tailpiece on the car is quite proper. The exhaust, not really that much. I think it has a leak on the exhaust on the middle box, but this car is in everyday while driving condition at the current time, and because of all the issues on the car, it states that it was in a daily condition, you know, like it was a daily driven vehicle. I was a student, he had owned the car, and he daily the car every day to college or to university. So we were lucky to actually grab this car off his hands. But like I said, this car has a very weird knock on the front suspension as well as on the rear suspension, so it's a few things I'm just gonna have a look at. I'm gonna jack the car up in front and just maybe have a look at what's actually going on with the front suspension, and maybe just check it up in the rear as well to check out the rear suspension. But that's actually the full rundown on this car. This is gonna be more like a small like sideline well built for Shannon, because we are gonna be slowly changing up the car and making the car better. This is going to be Shannon's new daily, and this is actually a very fun day. I've been driving this car for the past few days, and it's a very amazing car. Unfortunately we can't start modding the car because like like a few of you guys have probably seen in the previous video, we do have a set of wheels waiting for this car. So unfortunately we can't start modding this car because we are waiting for Shannon. We need to still clean the engine bay, sort out a few mechanical issues on the car, give the car service. You know how it goes, lip and stuff like that. So there are a few stuff we like to do to the car, but unfortunately we'll have to wait until Shannon actually comes back because he's currently at home. So I'm gonna check out the car, check out what's going on with the front suspension, and then we can take it from there. Well, let's just say I started stripping, and I didn't like what I saw, so unfortunately I had to start stripping. This rack in was completely trashed here. It had a very big player on when I was wiggling it, and the passenger side upper control arm has a big player on as well. I'm sure you can hear this. So we heard a knock the whole time, and that's the knock right there what we're hearing the whole time. So well, I'm gonna start stripping tonight. It's not what I expected. Well, this is supposed to introduce this car. Steel is on. Now we're here with this car, and I'm gonna strip the whole front suspension. So once the whole front suspension is out, and then we can continue tomorrow with fitting everything in the car. It's not really what I want to do, but this car has to be 100% unfortunately. So you know, don't know who that is, but Mr. Jody's here for some moral support. I'm gonna strip that side real quick. I still need to get this upper control arm out. See, you guys can see right there, Vtec coilovers. It looks more like JM, to be honest to me. I think these are JM redline coilovers, because Vtecs look a little bit different. So JM, very good coily. Gonna remove the upper control arms. Then we are sorted. I'm maybe gonna check out what's going on in the rear end as well. Maybe something's not tightened properly there, because it is well, knocking a lot in the rear end as well. I got a little bit carried away. Rafa, can you please mind? Why are you so, bro? Yes, just come out of the way here, man. But I got all the suspension components removed in front, so the upper control arms, rack ends, turret ends, lower ball joints. I did mention upper control arms. So I got all that removed because literally all these components right here are completely messed up. The only thing I've noticed that are kind of new is, I think it was the passenger side ball joint or the driver side ball joint. One of the two ball joints was still in a very good condition. You could see that it looked like brand new. I think it is this one right here. Yeah, it's this one right here. You could see it's still very new compared to that one. So the previous owner must probably just change the lower ball joint, because I remember he mentioned something about the fender. So I think it was something regarding the lower ball joint. They must probably just replace that. But I will be buying all the suspension components tomorrow to get this car sorted. And we found out, Clever Jody found out that the knock in the rear was actually the exhaust knocking against the lower control arm. So we just need to go to a well, exhaust place. I just go to Ekerstad, Fitbit Center, just heat it up, paint it a little bit over, then we are good to go. So we got a lot done on this car today, kinda, but the goodies are still coming. This is literally just maintenance. Unfortunately, if you buy a Honda, this is unfortunately the maintenance you will have to do on the car. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Don't forget to drop a like, a comment, and to subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's been a very nice day working on the cars after a long while as well. But I'll see you guys in the next one. Stay tuned for the upcoming videos on all these cars. Peace out.